So let's talk about this. I recognized over the last month or so, and then I realized it was a reoccurring theme as I did research. Family violence in Austin specifically is on an all time rise. And of course, for me and my line of work, we always relate it to maybe it's the drugs because, we're also on like a fentanyl opioid high. There's a lot of hemp in the world, but, that usually makes people more lower than high.
That's the good
Right.
part.
And then there's alcohol. So I wanted to bring that topic to you guys and just kind of figure out what y'all see compared to the world that I see, and how do you feel about the rise in violence? Because literally every weekend when you turn on the
Yeah.
news, it's violence.
One of our other topics is a violent story. And actually, let's combine them.
Yeah.
We'll do that yours than this. I think you're right. I think this is a tense time of year because uh, when we get extended time away from our routines,
Mm-hmm.
which holidays typically are,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of deal with the things that get swept under the rug during our routines. This is
Mm-hmm.
just my
Yeah.
speculation. I think that's what happens when you start to get time with family, when you start to get time away from the work and the hustle and
Mm-hmm.
bustle, things surface.
I agree. So I'm super family oriented, and I truly believe too much time with your family drives people crazy. So I know everyone has a different way of managing their stress and anxiety, and they all have different ways of coping. And most people cope through what? Substances. You spent all this time with your family, and now what?
Hmm.
So I agree with you with the holidays giving people too much downtime, but then I also think it gives you way too much family time because by the time we get to summer, there's way more ways to practice self care,
Absolutely.
or at least more visible ways to practice self care compared to in the winter where it's cold and all you want to do is stay in and cuddle and think about why you're not loved and you're thinking too much.
When you had this topic on the document, one question I had about it, and you're a professional, so I'll pitch it to you. What are some boundaries you can set with family that maybe help avoid, violence or turmoil during the holiday times when we all get together?
Ooh, that's a hard one because I think it's how you're raised.
Okay,
Because people who are raised around violence, it's a little more natural and it's
gotcha.
normal compared to people who never experience it at all. But I think overall, when it comes to violence, you have to know when it's time to step away
Okay.
and when it's time to put up that wall. A lot of what we've been seeing, especially with family violence with
Hmm.
people, is, oh, well, he pulled me back in, or oh, she told me she needed something from me to come over
It's
there.
family,
It's,
so
yeah, they're
it's
family. I
comfortable.
love them. They
Yeah,
need me, and I care about them. And I think y'all know I believe no is a full sentence.
100%.
And sometimes starting with just a quick no, and maybe we could talk about it again when we're not angry. But you have to have that confidence. You have to have that experience, and everybody don't even have that patience.
Yeah.
But then again, I also believe, and it started said some people deserve to get slapped.
I think no is a great boundary. Like if you're ever talking about boundaries, no is a great place to start
Big one.
because family sometimes feels entitled because we share the same last
Correct.
name, and they feel entitled to stress you out. They feel entitled to step on your time
You owe me
or
something.
what have you. And so yeah, I like that. I also think that it kind of ties into the next topic we had. Just with violence and things like that.